right, there we go. We should be good to go now. I hate having to go back and forth, but it is what it is, man. Hopefully it's working. I'm quite sure it's working, but I just hate having to go back and forth, man. My chat's not going to be working, though. My chat will not be working. I need to make sure all these rolling, though. I really do. I really do. I really do. Let me see. It might be rolling. Let's see. Need to make sure all these rolling, though. Okay, this rolling. Let me see.
Right now?
Let me check my YouTube chat. I really do. I really do. I really do. Let me see. It might be rolling. Let's see. Make sure all these rolling, though. Okay, this rolling. Let me see. Okay, this rolling. Let me see. All right, I gotta get a little better than this. My chat. Good morning. Swept my hits, runs, RBIs, Otani, Xavier Edwards, and Connor Griffin. Nice. Good morning. Swept my hits. Very nice. RBIs. I got something wrong with my chats today, so my chat, so I won't be able to. I have a new program I'm testing out, but I haven't figured out my chats yet, so I'll probably have to figure that out a little later on. I'm just checking all my platforms real quick to see, who's, if I'm rolling, right? And I am rolling. Let me see. So I have to keep checking back and forth between them, which is okay for me, I guess, for right now. I ain't too much worried about it. Okay. Well, let's go right here. What's going on with the Yankees? Oh yeah, the Yankees been struggling for a nice little minute, man. The Yankees been struggling for a nice little minute, man. It's crazy, but it is what it is. They have been struggling. I just don't understand why I can't get my chat in there. Da 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 da. I'll have to figure this out a little later on, man. Maybe it's gonna pop up here. Let me see, yo. Well, that popped up in YouTube. I ain't gonna worry about it. Let me see. Guess I'll leave that right there and leave that right there, and I might get both chats like that. Okay, so I kind of looked over the slate. One side of the bets I didn't look at was the San Diego side, but pretty much, I mean, short slate. Take what you like, leave what you don't. Play, if you want to look ahead to tomorrow, you can. I can't talk you off of that. Let me share this out real quick. One more place here. Um, Pastor, he likes Jordan and McCollum. Pastor, he likes Jordan versus McCollum. Nice, definitely. All right, man. I mean, just to reiterate, I kind of looked at the stuff here, and this first game here, I expect Christopher Sanchez to pitch good. What's up? Latrell? You say Wood? Yeah, Wood. Them motherfuckers look good every day, bro. Straight up, every day they look good. The weather, you got to watch out for that weather in there, but they might get it. They might get it going today. But at the end of the day, yeah. Um, I mean, we got an over under 8 in this first game, and then uh, like I said, Noah Cameron, Chris Sanchez on the mound here. Chris Sanchez is pitching his worst on the road, but a great pitcher here. So I can't talk you off anything you want to get to versus him. His pitching outs, his strikeouts, whatever. I think I seen a 6.5. I might have seen a 6.5 on Prize Picks as well. That might be something that you can entertain. But I kind of don't mind it. I ain't gonna lie. Let me see here versus lefties real quick. Hold on, let me see if I can expand this a little bit more. Nah, that's too big. Um, you know what? I might have some notes. Maybe let me check my notes real quick. Maybe that might be something to take a look at. You dig? Notes, man. Notes. Because I think I'm getting to the point where I need to start looking at the games like way before. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think I'm where I'm at right now. So yeah. So the first game. Now I was looking at, okay, so I'm glad I have my notes right here. So I like what I mean by that is like today, shit. Like when the games first come on, a little bit before the games come on, I'm getting ready to start looking to tomorrow, right? Because cramming this shit in like that, it don't work. Because I drop a lot of great plays, and sometimes I don't. But it ain't working all the way personally for me, right? Because especially on Sundays, because when Sundays, if I come on here and stream with y'all, then I need to be streaming, betting all at the same time. And sometimes I try to do it when I get done, and that shit ain't working, right? That shit don't work all the time because boom, now I get done, and then when Sundays, all the games come on at once, bang, 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 right? So you just like, you know what I'm saying? Especially coming off of the fourth Saturday, which is the 4th of July. I just don't want to be in that predicament no more. And always, proper preparation, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So when I go to like around 4 p.m., 5 p.m., I'm looking at 3, 4, and 5 p.m. Once I get to work, I'm looking at the slate for tomorrow, right? This shit here coming streaming, and I can't do that all the time. I got to find ways to create the space. That'll allow me to come in, probably try to come in at night, maybe 12 or 1 a.m. And then once I get off work, get home from work by 12 or 1 a.m., then I can come in, probably lay down a quick rundown overnight so motherfucker can jump on it, see what I seen, for the next day. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Maybe on the weekends if I stream, if I'm streaming Saturday, it's probably gonna be for Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that on the evening time before I go out and shit like that. So, North Cameron here. We know Christopher Sanchez, he's lights out, da 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 da, whatever you want to look at. I'm probably not targeting any Kansas City bats. Okay. Now I'm looking at the lefties here. But you're going to get good numbers if you want to target the Kansas City bats. I ain't even going to lie. But looking at the lefties here, North Cameron, he's pitching his worst versus lefties, I want to say. Right now, he's giving up 7 bombs to righties, but to lefties, he's giving up a higher average slugging, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of barrel, right? So, and a decent amount of pull and stuff like that. So, what I need to look at the lefties, and it could be a bump to lefties even in the hit category. Schwarber, he came off a game where he did have a few hits and stuff like 3 or 4 hits. Yesterday he didn't do nothing, but here he did. Yesterday I cast his walk. Okay, I cast his walk yesterday, and I tried to take him for 2. You're gonna get multiple walks and stuff like that for about 2 walks would be at least plus 400. You know what I'm saying? Plus 400 at times. So, like I said, I do like Schwarber today, right? Right now, versus this pitch mix, he kind of looks, as power wise, he looks the best. Of course, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying. Harper has a decent walk rate as well. Okay, now he ain't walking too many folks, but he is giving up contact. 14 extra base hits, 9 bombs on this pitch mix. He's throwing the slider. Now that's the only thing. He doesn't have any bombs on that slider. He'll probably try to put the slider out there on Schwarber. But at the end of the day, that's probably one of his worst pitches. Well, but he's not pitching good to lefties anyway. So even if you want to look at HRRs, walks, or something like that for him, be my guest. I can't talk you off of it. Last 7 days for Schwarber, not lately, just not looking too good. I ain't gonna lie, but Brandon Marsh does have a bomb within the last 7 days. Fly ball has been there, whatever the case may be, on left. But Schwarber, last 3 weeks, 2 bombs. Long story short, if you're gonna be lefty splits, if you're gonna be bad versus lefty today, I think you can definitely look at Schwarber to probably take this kid deep today. Okay, so that's something that I really was looking at for these guys here. And just remember, lefties do get a bump, semi bump, because look at the pitcher, right? So you could, even if you're not looking at them for bombs, you can look at them for whatever, you know what I'm saying, hits and stuff like that. So lefties can't get a semi bump because of how bad the pitcher is pitching towards lefties. Let me see here. Let's go to the next game. New York and Tampa Bay. Another game where we got an over under of 7.5, probably 8. 7.5, probably 8. And not a big fan of this game. Of course, I'll be looking at Caminero. I believe we get a decent number on Caminero here for a home run. I seen one last night. You get a 328 on DraftKings, a plus 328 for a bomb. I couldn't talk you off of it. I'm probably going to take a stab at it. I mean, why not, right? So at the end of the day, it is what it is with that situation. Let me get that shit up there real quick. Tampa Bay Rays. These notifications down. Junior Caminero right now for the bomb. You get a 335 on Novig as of right now. There was numbers were higher last night. I was looking at them, but I didn't pull the trigger. I probably should have. But yeah, no, I did not. You can also look at HRRs and stuff like that. But Schlittler versus lefties, he's been, on fire, like 30% K rate. Got a little flat ball and stuff like that. Why I say that? Because I don't mind Jonathan Aranda. You can look at him for hits and something like that. What's up, throwbacks? What's going on? That's good. That's good. Awesome. Awesome. I love to hear that. Jonathan Aranda here. If you're looking for hits or something like that, especially that fastball, he's 19 for 65 on that fastball. Schlittler, he can give up a bomb, but for the most part, he's pitching really good, man. You know what I'm saying? This game here is going to mean a lot to both pitchers, both teams. I can see instances where this game could probably go over. I mean, under. I don't see a lot of runs being put up here, but as of late, the last 2 weeks, Chandler Simpson, your Cedric Mullins, and your Arandas, they do look pretty good on the lefty side. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? On the lefty side, last 2 weeks, last 7 days. But I don't really bet a lot of those guys, maybe for hits or something like that. You can also look at Chandler Simpson, maybe for a stolen base or something like that. In a tight game like this, if he can reach, then he'll go ahead and try to steal. He's got back-to-back games with a stolen base here. Maybe he can make it another stolen base today if he can get on. That's the thing, though. If he can get on, right here, he went through his nice series where he had 2 stolen base, 1-0-1-1. So he will steal bases. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing you could look at. If you think Chandler Simpson can get on base, then he could definitely be in play for a stolen base or two. Taking a look at Chandler Simpson here, he's 28 for 92. He's batting about 300 on all these pitches here. I can go and see, what the little BVP looks like. Of course, Caminero has a bomb on him. Walls is 3 for 4. Simpson's 3 for 9. So that's it for the most significant people on this team. But at the end of the day, a Caminero bomb, I have interest. I have interest there, right? Or I cast his walk yesterday too, right? I cast his walk yesterday too. You could take a bomb and a walk, right? So he's got a walk in back-to-back games. Right now on Fanatics, you'll get a walk for him at plus 200. At plus 200 on Fanatics, 1.5 walk. So you got to get 1.5 walk on DraftKings for plus 113. But Fanatics says plus 200 for 1 walk. So, pick your poison there, right? You know what I'm saying? You might can go over there, Fanatics, and slide in a walk and slide in a bomb, right? And you never know. You probably cash both of them, or if not one of them. That's a good bet, though. I mean, you can bet his bomb, and then you can bet his walk, right? Shit, you getting 2-1 on Fanatics for his walk. And then you come out profitable if he or you could break even depending on how you split your unis up and stuff like that. You can break even, and or you can put a however I wanna. I don't know how I want to do this one. How I would want to do that, but you can break even if he walks. Even if you put a unit on both, you can on dealing with Fanatics right now. If that number's still the same. Long story short, you can definitely do that. I need to run back through the I need to run back through the the Yankees real quick. Griffin Jacks, let's see, he 5K 755. Griffin Jacks, what is his strikeout sitting at? 5.5. That 5 would be 4.5. I probably would have jumped. And 5.5 is can you get a solid 5 on Prize Picks? I probably wouldn't mind going there. Griffin Jacks 5.5. What the fuck is he throwing? That makes me want to go to 5.5. What about right hand pitching? Yankees number 4 with a 93 WRC plus in the last 30 days. Yankees number 1 in the last 2 weeks, striking out with a 41 WRC plus. Yikes. Last 7 days, Yankees number 2 in striking out with a 53 WRC plus. That's very interesting. Very interesting. He's not throwing a lot of pitches. Griffin Jacks. Who the fuck is this guy? I mean, 5 innings, 62 pitches versus Miami. 5 innings, 63 pitches versus the Angels. He's going 5 innings efficiently. What the fuck is his motherfucking pitching outs? 15.5. Damn. 15.5. What the fuck? I'm going to have to put that over there. And I'm going to put the strikeouts over there as a lean. I might go to 4.5 strikeouts as a parlay piece. Parlay piece 4.5 Ks. Lean towards the over on this pitching outs. What's the number on this pitching outs? I couldn't parlay that up. I would have to go straight on that. Where do they got his pitching outs at on Prize Picks? Let's see. Prize Picks. Pitching outs. Prize Picks. Griffin Jacks. 14.5. Oh, that's a goblin. 15.5 as a demon. I'm gonna keep my eye on that. So he's got a 50% ground ball rate to righties, and to lefties, he got a 37% ground ball rate. I want to take a look at these lefties here. I guess it would only have to be Ben Rice if I'm betting on any one of these guys. Ben Rice looks pretty good, but probably as of late, he's the one that's probably not looking that good at, so he's probably not looking that good as of late. The changeup, he's throwing 39% of the time. Let me look at that changeup real quick. So the changeup, Ben Rice has 3 bombs on the changeup. Jazz has 3. Grisham has 2. Bring it in real quick. Last 2 weeks on that changeup, Ben Rice has all 4. Jason Dominguez. Of course, they probably don't look good last 2 weeks because they haven't been hitting the last few weeks. So, I mean, the game does have an underfield to it. Not going to jump out there for it as far as bats. A lot of bats. Another thing I might, you like markets that's going to give you. I like markets that's going to give me over unders and stuff like that. So when you get a lot of games where you can look at some unders and stuff like that, like DraftKings, for instance, you're going to get your hits, runs, and RBIs over unders, and you can same game parlay them. So you can, you might catch a couple guys back here where you might want to go under some, like Volpe, you might want to take him under. Some of these slumping bats, might want to take him for under 1.5. You know what I'm saying? It hits, runs, and RBIs, maybe a few of them or something like that. Or maybe like 2 to get you some plus money. But the markets where they can give you over and under, you definitely like that. It's a lot of markets out here that's just giving you over HRRs, right? So that's what make a few of these sites like DraftKings, pretty much kind of unique. FanDuel doesn't offer the unders, right? So if I don't like Grisham to get to his HRRs, so I probably wouldn't go all willy nilly, but you can go all willy nilly, right? But at the end of the day, good pitching matchup, get in there late night, try to find you some nice unders or something like that, and roll with them. You know what I'm saying? And roll with them. Caminero, it looks like from here, it looks like, what's the line here? It looks like Tampa Bay. It might look like Tampa Bay or nothing for me in this spot, maybe. At home, they've been winning at home. Might be look like Tampa Bay or nothing for me in this spot. It might look like Tampa Bay or nothing or under. That's what it looks like in instances. What I can do here is hold up. I guess I probably won't bet on any of those bats for go to Caminero. Did I put his bomb up there? Nope. Did I put his walk up there? Get his walk up there. Bang. Bomb and a walk. Bomb and a walk. All right. Maybe not the walk. Maybe not the walk. I think if you think Schlittler's gonna try him, then it is what it is. Houston and Washington. We got weather here. Okay. We got weather here. Okay. Shout out to Garcia. Just continues to rake. Right here, what I was looking at here was so Mike Burrows, he's pretty red versus lefties there. Washington will be at home. And like I said, watch out for the weather, okay? If this game ends up going, of course I'm looking at the lefties, you know what I'm saying? So, and same old song, just like yesterday, man. Burrow's giving up 7 bombs on the road, but same old song, just like yesterday. Garcia is constantly making people pay behind James Wood. Okay, he's constantly making people pay. That's a good thing. Okay, he's on fire, extreme fire. He's hot lava right now. Last month he's got 8 bombs on this pitch mix. James Wood hitting the ball pretty hard the last month, whatever the case may be. Last 2 weeks he's got 7 extra bases, 6 bombs on this pitch mix. Garcia 26 barrel rate, fly ball. K percentage is down, we keep talking about Kyber Ruiz. He keeps hitting the ball pretty hard. No striking out. It's a matter of time before Ruiz go, okay? James Wood, it is what it is. 70 hard hit, 1 bomb in the last 2 weeks, These guys are pretty green, okay? So all we looking for is good weather here. The rain, we got rain problems and stuff like that. If I was to take the pitch mix down and just no pitches and no pitch mix in general, the last 7 days, Dalen Lau has 2 home runs of varieties. Tina has 1 home run. Garcia has 3. Abrams has 1. Hard hit is up there. Everything is, pretty much intact, right, for some of these guys. If I go to the last 2 weeks, just in general, no pitch mix, no nothing, then Luis Garcia has 9 home runs in the last 2 weeks. Long story short, he's been on fire. I can't talk you off any of these bats. I like them. I can't talk you off any of these bats here. I can't. Those were the lefties. I'm probably not targeting any righties here, so I'm going to flip over to the Houston side of things here. And it was a couple guys that I looked at on Houston. Of course, Jordan. I don't have to look at Jordan. I'm going to flip over to the righties. We got Miles McCollum on the mound here. Miles, last time I checked, let me see. Miles McCollum. Washington is the favorite here. That's interesting. Very interesting. Don't know if McCullers will get an open or anything like that. But towards the righties here, he's giving up 10 bombs. You know what I'm saying? 30 hard hit, fly ball is there. Not a good pitching matchup. He's throwing. Christian Walker hit a bomb yesterday off a fastball, but he's throwing that sinker, that slider, that fastball. He's throwing a lot of pitches. If you want to sink coming out that sinker, because he is throwing that 35% of the time, we can take a look at that. And Paredes, right? Paredes, he went yard yesterday, right? Paredes loves that sinker. He's 15 for 37, right? Cam Smith kind of popped out a little later on. I'll bring it in a little bit. Last 3 weeks, and Paredes 5 for 13 there. I will put the rest of the pitches in right here in the last 3 weeks to see what they've done. So Cam Smith, he's hit 3 bombs in the last 3 weeks on this pitch mix. Last 2 weeks, 3 bombs for Cam. Cam not striking out. Paredes not striking out. Yang Diaz hadn't been striking out. Diaz hit a bomb as of late. So, last 7 days, Cam Smith, pretty green. No striking out. 13 barrel rate, 60 hard hit, fly ball, 2 bombs. He's somebody you might want to take a look at. Okay. He's got a few hits here. He's hit every last one of his top pitches as of late. So, the sinker he's giving up 5 bombs on, though. The pitcher, so, you want to keep an eye out on that. That could be somebody like Paredes because he likes that sinker. But like I said, Yana Diaz, Christian Walker, and Cam Smith, even Paredes has hit bombs this week. And Cam Smith is looking pretty good, right along with Gainer Diaz is looking pretty good as well when it comes to the hard hit and the fly ball and stuff like that. And 15 at bats, Cam Smith hasn't struck out. So, Cam Smith could be one of those guys that we can look at and just be like, man, he got to leave here with something. 15 at bats, no strikeouts on this pitch mix. I like the sound of that, right? If I was to take all the pitches down here and then just, Cam Smith, the power numbers are there though, Let me see. Let me push it out one more time here. Okay. Isaac Paredes, Cam Smith. Cam Smith, a couple of these guys just hit home runs yesterday. You can heat check them if you want to, but I'm going to have to, I think I'm going to have to put Cam Smith up there. Let me see something. Let me see. Let me put Schwarber up here. Philly. Let me put Schwarber up here. Might just take Schwarber for a bomb today. Walks. Walk. Uh, uh, let's go to Washington and let's get Garcia up there. Lines ain't out. Let's get James Wood up there. Damn, why isn't Garcia? Line ain't out. Garcia. Abrams. I ain't gonna put all them names up there, but we like them, right? I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna put Cam Smith up there. Man, Cam Smith hits all the way to a bomb. I ain't gonna lie, man. Straight up. Let me run a matchup real quick. That slider and that four seam. I ain't gonna put the rest of them names up there, but Cam Smith looks very interesting today, to me. Okay. So you get plus 230 for Jordan. All right. Hits and Yainer Diaz. You know what? Yainer Diaz. Let me go back off him real quick. Yena Diaz, Paredes, Walker. If this game plays and those bats wake up, you could probably see it over. Probably could, but I don't know. We'll see. Weather permitted, we'll see. Um, Atlanta, New York Mets. Um, Off the back on the Atlanta side, I like Ozzy. I like Ozzy. Let me go ahead and put him up there right now. I know I liked Ozzy. I should have put my plays in here earlier, but I do like Ozzy. Um, Atlanta Braves here. Ozzy Albies. I like him hits all the way up to a bomb. Um, Peralta's gonna throw that fastball, man. You know, he's gonna throw that fastball, get that fastball up there. Um, I'll tell you. Let me see. These righties gonna have to wake up. They might hit him though. These righties, I mean Austin Riley, somebody, they might hit him. But I'm looking at the lefties though, and like I said, I'm definitely looking at the lefties here. He's giving up 12 bombs to lefties here, and they will be on the road in Atlanta, and on the road of those 12 home runs, he's giving up 7 bombs to see. I see you, Kasima. Um, I'm running a different program today, so I can't see your comments. I see them now. And like I said, I don't know if you have. I was telling people, I don't know if you have YouTube or whatever the case may be, but I'm probably getting ready to, because Facebook be on some bull crap, right? They be deleting my lives and stuff like that, and I'm probably just gonna end up just, I need everybody to at least go to YouTube. Now there'll be links on my comments, in my comments on Facebook. You can follow that, and I can see the YouTube chat a little better. But I'm running a different program today. But I missed your comments. I don't know how I missed them comments. So you said, um, let's make this money. Let's get this money. What do you think about Lau? Lau, I looked at him yesterday. He can go though. He can go. Anybody can go. Anybody can go. I've been looking at Ruiz a lot. I'm thinking of running Cam Smith and Lyle in the home run parlay. I couldn't talk you off of it. I was just looking at Cam Smith. Um, what do you think about Turner from the Phillies today? He has a good matchup. Um, he's historically hit lefties, so he liked lefties. He likes lefties. I like Schwarber. I think I like Schwarber today to go yard. I ain't gonna lie, or his walks. I've been cashing in his walks. I cashed in Junior Camanero's walks. You more likely sometimes you get plus money. Two walks, you be getting like plus 400 or better. So you know what it is with that situation. Um, but yeah, this program I gotta find out a way to get my chats all in the right place. That way I can see. But I guess let me see. I'll leave it right there just in case. All right. So I like Ozzy. Like I said, YouTube. Let's say I see that. My bad. Cam's been selling me bad. I know, but the picture, he's got lefty splits, right? So I think there's any teensy wincy possibility that Cal can get him today. I'm just thinking out loud. Um, Ozzy Harris. I mean, these guys they have been looking good here. Um, Ozzy 6 for 20 last 3 weeks. Um, Fastball 53% of the time. Last 2 weeks, Ozzy, batting 300, force base hits, 45 fly ball, and a 27 pull. That's good to me, right? That's pretty good. And Olsen with the pull too, right? At 25 pull, that's pretty awesome, right? Last 7 days, Ozzy, 60 fly ball, 60 pull, will strike out. Um, Harris got a bomb. If I took down the pitch mix here and just go regular raw, then you'll see Harris up here has 2 bombs the last 2 weeks. 7 days versus righties in general. Ozzy, you say Bobby Witt Jr. He's Bobby Witt. He's good at baseball. Your Cags and all that. I just don't. You're gonna get great numbers for those guys because Chris Sanchez is pitching. Chris Sanchez is one of the best, if one of the best pitchers in the league. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? But anybody can go. Anybody can go. But I'm giving him his little respect today. So yeah, Matt Olson, Ozzy, and Harris. But I ain't gonna lie, of those three, I'm kind of liking Ozzy a little bit more. Um, it's got to be probably on account of that fastball. Let me throw in that fastball alone. That's about what it's why. Now, Olson, we know who he is. We know what he does. The barrel hadn't been there. Ozzy does have 2 home runs on that fastball in the last 2 weeks. He's getting a fly ball up there. The hard hit I'm not worried about, but the fly ball is at 80, and that pull air is at 40, and he gonna throw that fastball 50% of the time. So that's what I was looking at. That's what I was looking at. So if he ain't been striking out, he's been pulling in the air. So on that fastball, that's what I had been looking at. Because I'm wondering, like, damn, what the fuck was I looking at? And actually, this is the last 7 days. Now, he will strike out a few times, but hey, that comes with the territory. But the last 7 days, off that fastball, he has 2 bombs, and that fly ball and that pull, he's been pulling. Okay? Ozzy last 3 weeks, off that fastball, he's been pulling it. Olsen is Olsen, right? I wouldn't be surprised if, a few of those guys hit him. I ain't gonna lie. Freddie been giving up runs, okay? Freddie has been giving up runs. 5 runs here, 10 runs there, 1-4-0-3. But it is what it is, man. Home runs, 1-2, 1-2, walks. He can't he's get to 6 innings twice this season, but Freddie just got to figure it out. Freddie got to figure it out. Can he come in here and get his strikeouts? He probably could. Depending on what the number is, Freddie, depending on what the number is, he probably could. But the ball, the Ozzies, the Olsons, the Harris, I couldn't talk you off any of those guys. I probably, my home run guys, I don't even know how to rank them. Probably Ozzy, Olson, and then Harris. I don't really know how to rank them, you know. But I would probably, what's the total in this one? 9. I want to see what the lineup's going to come out before I bet my HRRs or anything on that game. I want to see what the lineup's going to come out. Because more than likely, I'm going to play Ozzy for 3. And maybe a couple of them will play like two, like him and Olsen or something for like 2 apiece. Flipping it over to the Mets. The Mets. The thing with Ronaldo Lopez, he's been pitching good. I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to put a grasp on this one here, right? He just Let me see. Hold on. He Ronaldo Lopez. He just I guess they ramping his pitches up. He just threw 58 versus Milwaukee, 57 versus San Francisco, then 69 versus St. Louis. So I don't know how long he's going to be out there. He might be out there for 70 something pitches, maybe 80. They ramping him up, and that's the situation there, right? Of course, Soto is one of those guys, right? So he's an automatic home run candidate, of course. You know what I'm saying? But he'll be throwing what the fastball pretty much most of the time here. We'll take a look at that fastball as he's throwing it 52% of the time. Binge, 2 bombs on it within the last month, showing the ability to hit it. A lot of these guys not striking out on it, so that's a good thing. Soto, that's the last month. How about the last 2 weeks on that fastball? Beatty hitting it hard. Pause. None of these guys too much striking out on it. He's got a 22% K rate as a pitcher. Lindor, um, 87 hard hit on that fastball, 37 fly ball lately. Soto, 2 for 4. He hit the ball extremely hard. Last 7 days versus that fastball. Beatty, 3 for 7. You can look at him for hits. All these guys, you can look at it from hits. Soto, 2 for 3. Lindor, 1 for 7, but he's hitting the ball pretty hard. 50 fly ball. Lindor's hitting the ball, hitting that fastball hard, straight up. It's hitting that fastball hard. Okay. Um, I'll go up to the last 3 weeks with the full pitch mix. Carson Binge, Lindor. Okay. Last 7 days, Binge, Lindor, 2 for 12. Lindor got to figure it out, right? He's trying to get there. He just came back. So those are okay signs, I guess. Okay signs. Jared Young. I mean, I know I'm going to like Soto. I know that for sure. Carson Bench for hits, Beatty for hits. Okay. How about no pitch mix last 7 days, just versus righties in general? Francisco Lindor hitting the ball hard. Okay. Whatever. Flip it over to the righties here. Ronaldo would be throwing fastball heavy 65% of the time. Okie dokie. Put that fastball up there. Francisco Alvarez hits the fastball pretty hard. He will strike out, man, but full season, he's got a 100 exit velo with a 77 hard hit and a 33 fly ball. Only 2 bombs, but man, he just be trying to catch that fastball, don't he? He be trying to catch that sucker. mm. Boba, let me see. So he's been greening lately. He's been hitting. Let's see. Boba 3 hits, 1 hit, 2 hits, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, but Boba been hitting though. At least he's doing Boba things. Hello? No. What happened? Oh, okay. Well, I thought you wasn't going. Okay. All right. When they start? No, the when his first classes was. I'll get him. Hey, I'll get him. I'll see him when he get here. He'll be in about 2 hours. Mm. Man, my boy done picked his classes, but he didn't pick his classes, but running into his work schedule. I guess it's a lot. All right. Well, he said respect. Goodman looks. Oh yeah, Goodman looks really good. Do you think Lamont Wade Jr.? I haven't looked at Lamont Wade. I haven't bet on Lamont Wade in forever. I don't even know. I ain't bet on him since he was in San Francisco. I don't even know what team he played for right now. I ain't even gonna lie. I haven't bet on Lamont Wade since he been in San Francisco. Bo Bichette looked good on that fastball last 5 weeks. Alvarez, like I say, he rips that fastball. If he can catch it and turn on it, that's probably what he needs to do. Catch it, turn on it. I'm not seeing a lot of those comments on Facebook because, like I said, I'm finna stop streaming there. Number one, because they be deleting my streams. Number two, I'm running a different program today. And if you look in the pinned comment on that Facebook, you could come over to YouTube. That's where I'm gonna be no matter what. So, like I said, I mean, it is what it is because I'm not catching those comments. Um, I'm not catching those comments, and that's crazy. Expand comments. I'm not catching those comments. That's crazy. All right. Yeah. So Francisco Alvarez, bullshit. Let me put the last 2 weeks. Yeah. Well, we know. I know. We know. He, Alvarez does have the power to lift one. Okay, Boba he's been hitting. It would be. I mean, it would be Soto for me. Yesterday I didn't see a lot of those runs that they put up yesterday. But that's why I don't give a lot of game clicks out because I don't look at the bullpens and stuff like that. I don't have a lot of that time, stuff like that. Um, and as bad as the Braves has been, it's just a wait and see thing for me. You know what I'm saying? That's how it had to be. You know what I'm saying? But I'll put I'll put now Lindor and Alvarez have been hitting that fastball really hard. They've been hitting that fastball really hard. But just to be chalky, these two teams they don't like each other. I definitely will be looking at Soto for sure. But Lindor and Alvarez for power, those two guys, if they catch that fastball the right way, then it's more likely it could be gone. Milwaukee is St. Louis. It's about 2 or 3 bats. It's 2 bats on the St. Louis side. I want to say that I really, really liked. Three, right? So I'll say, so Jordan Walker, what I don't, I ain't gonna say I really, really like. I would consider. So Jordan Walker, is very interesting. Um, he's historically he's interested versus lefties, right? Full season here, you can see him versus Drone Pitch Mix, Johan Drone, whatever his name is. Full season barrels are there on his top 3 pitches. Fastball, he's giving up. He's got 4 bombs on his fastball, so that's something decent there. He's pitching the pitcher. He's got a good fastball on him, though. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Walker did hit a bomb yesterday. I think he's been hitting bombs as of late. So he could be, warmed up. He's got 2 bombs in his last 4 games. Nelson Velasquez. Nelson Velasquez has that power, okay? especially versus lefties. 97 average exit velo, 70 hard hit on the season, 40 fly ball. It is what it is. So, Nelson Velasquez, I will bring this one in. Bring it into the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Jordan Walker, no home runs off lefties in the last 3 weeks. Nelson Velasquez, 95 exit velo. Nelson Velasquez, hard hit and fly ball and pull. Nelson Velasquez, last 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Take a look at him. Fly ball, a bomb, fly ball. Okay, a fly ball there. It's not the greatest hitter, but if he does have the power. Nelson Velasquez last 7 days versus pitch mix. Probably 1 strikeout, maybe 2, 1 strikeout. So, that's the form that he's in right now. 50 fly balls, 16 pull air. I know he hits the ball very hard, from some of his previous stints with other teams like Kansas City, but I don't know why he couldn't stay on the team. You know what I'm saying? So the last 7 days here, no pitch mix. He pretty much looks like that. Long story short, he's a sleeper candidate, right? He's a sleeper candidate. It's been a while since Jordan Walker's hit a bomb on a lefty, though. Let's see. Last 3 weeks, Jordan Walker hasn't had a bomb on the lefty. He's been hitting a few of them, but he hasn't had a bomb on it, right? So, maybe that can change. He's hit 2 bombs in the last few days. Probably my favorite bat would probably be Weatherholt, okay, on the St. Louis side. Taking a look at Weatherholt here, boy, I'm getting notifications after notifications, boy. I'm getting notifications after so JJ Weatherholt, he's 25 for 80 on this pitch mix. Now Drone hasn't given up a bomb to a lefty, so that's really good on his part. He's pretty off his top pitches there, especially the top 3. He's pretty good. The fastball is what he really likes. As you can see, he likes to hit that one for power. 21 barrel rate, 3 bombs and 5 extra base hits on that. Long story short, he has thrown the slider. He's hit the slider, but not for a lot of power. Okay, he hasn't drone whatever. He hasn't given up a bomb to a lefty. So I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Bringing it in last 3 weeks here. Weatherholt is 10 for 21, 3 extra base hits, a home run, exit velos, barrel, hard hit, line drive, fly ball. Looks pretty good there. Last 2 weeks, 6 for last 7 days. Looks pretty good. Okay, so he's the one that's been pretty consistent there. Weatherholt. If I took all the pitches down, then he does have a bomb within the last 7 days. Then I took the pitches down. Nathan Church, he has 2 bombs versus lefties in the last 7 days. 80 hard hit, 60 fly ball. So yeah, including he has 3 bombs actually. One down here on the 30th, one right here on the on the on the 2nd, and one on the 3rd. Nathan Church. So it is what it is with that situation. But Weatherholt, somebody else definitely looking at, right? More than likely, he'll probably be leading off. So there's possibility you can get Weatherholt leading off. Probably the same thing right here. Probably Weatherholt, Herrera, Walker, Velasquez cleaning up, right? We know Velasquez is displaying, more power. Fermin has been hitting. Church got 2 or 3 home runs in the last 7 days versus lefties, and Weatherholt has been hitting, right? So that's how I'm looking at that lineup. If it's to come out, I would have to make a decision. Luis Garcia, Caminero, McCarthy, Rafael Devers. Can't talk you off any of those guys. So yeah, so that's how I'm looking at those guys right there. Only thing, like I'll get to that game in a minute, but let's see, St. Louis. Jordan Walker, Velasquez, for power, he could be in there. Weatherholt has been hitting. Even Church has been hitting bombs lately off lefties. So, he's hit 3 bombs lately off lefties too. Them all come off lefty matchups. That's interesting. Very interesting. Do this site works good on phone? I it does for me because I have a I got a fold. You know what I'm saying? Me and the gang. Yeah, I got a fold. So, so it works for me. I don't know about them little phones. I ain't had a little phone in 6-7 years. I've been having a fold every year. In fact, I'm finna get the new one that's finna come out next. So I wouldn't even know. I haven't had a small phone like that in 6 years. So yeah, but yeah. On the flip side, Milwaukee bats, these motherfuckers look good. I ain't gonna lie, but you gotta be real meticulous about picking these Milwaukee bats and picking the right time and when they're gonna go and things of that nature. So first of all, Dustin May. Let me tell you about Dustin May. So Dustin May had been pitching really, really good. All right. But the last 2 starts, he gave up 2 bombs to Kansas City, 6 runs. He gave up no bombs, but he gave up 5 runs to Atlanta. Okay. Now, I don't know if he's getting ready to start imploding or anything like that, but you have to keep your eye out on that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because, he just started pitching really, really good this year. Last year, he wasn't pitching like that. So if he's, if he's cracking, you know what I'm saying? If he's giving in, then, if he's giving in, then it's interesting, right? Because you don't want to give in against a team like this. This team here. So looking at what he's throwing here. How about we look at Garrett Mitchell? Because I have a few of these guys I got a few of these guys on the list. He's giving up a 300 batting average on that cutter. And Garrett Mitchell is pretty green on a lot of these pitches. So if he's pitching bad on that cutter, let's just take a look at that cutter first. All right, let's just take a look at that cutter first. If his top pitch is getting hit, so Garrett Mitchell, he's 9 for 21, 6 extra base hits, 2 bombs, looks great. Barrel rate, hard hit, fly ball could be better, but whatever the case may be. Sal Frelick's not striking out on it. Yelich is hitting the ball hard as of late. We talked about this. last 2 or 3 streams, he went yard the other day. Bryce Terang, 6'6". He's hitting it. He's barreling up that he hasn't even struck out on that cutter. Bryce Terang, and then Bryce Terang got 2 bombs. Mitchell has 2 bombs. Bowers batting 300 on it. He has 2 bombs. That's just the cutter by itself. Last 7 days, last 2 weeks, Mitchell has 2 home runs on that cutter. Okay. Last 7 days, okay, Mitchell, whatever case may be. I just said I don't know if it works good on that phone, on your phone. I just said I gotta fold. So my phone is a big phone, right? I just said I don't have one of those small phones. You know what I'm saying? I got a big phone, so I open mine up, and you know what I'm saying. It works good for me because I got a fold. I got a big phone. So I haven't had one of those small phones, and you know what I'm saying? It works good for me because I got a big phone, and you know, because I have to have something like that for wherever I go. I can whip my shit out, do me some research. I don't have one of those small phones though, bro. So I don't know how it works on those small phones. I imagine it works. It works on big phone. So, you know. But I put the full pictures in there the last 3 weeks, and Gary Mitchell looking good. Bryce Terang looks pretty good. Yelich, I told y'all he was hitting the ball pretty hard. He's got a bomb in the last 7 days. Hard hit. Gary Mitchell hard hit. Jake Bowers hard hit. Yeah, last 2 weeks here. Bryce Terang 11 for 31 on this pitch mix. Gary Mitchell 6 for 18. Average the velo as 100. Would strike out, but if you catch it, you know, he could probably get rid of it. And the full pitches last 7 days. Bryce Terang 6 for 17. Gary Mitchell 4 for 9 with 2 bombs on the full pitch mix. 100 exit velo last 7 days. 80 fly ball. Will strike out. Okay. So you know, it is what it is. If I was to take the pitches down here, last 7 days here, if I didn't do that already, right? So Bryce Terang has had a lot of at bats. 8 for 24 versus righties in general. He could be somebody that's warming up. If you want to look at the game log and see how it's been looking for him, 1 hit, 3 hits, 3 hits, 1 hit, 1 hit, 1 hit, 1 hit. He's been warm as hell, right? So it is what it is with that. Then, if I was to flip it over to the lefties, to the righties here, Dustin May and let's say, for instance, I look at William Contreras. This is where you want to target William Contreras, is when that top pitch is a sinker, right? He only got 2 home runs on it, but you don't have to target him for home runs all the time. But this is like one of the best spots where, you know, he's 26 for 70 on that pitch, right? So, you know, I'll single out that sinker since he's throwing that sinker 44% of the time. So he's throwing the sinker 44% of the time. Churio, he's batting 400 on that sinker, 14 for 35. And Contreras, 26 for 70. Vaughn, 7 for 19. I don't know who this Pratt kid is, but he's hitting that sinker pretty hard with a 98 exit velo, 75 hard hit, and 5 at bats. The usual suspects are pretty much green, right? Last 3 weeks, Contreras hit those bombs in the last 3 weeks. Hadn't struck out on the sinker at all. Last 2 weeks. Last 7 days. This is how they look. So evidently, it's a lot of batters in MLB, whatever, they like that sinker. A lot of people just don't hit it for power. I ain't even going to lie. Full pitches right here. Last month, Contreras and Churio have 4 bombs. Sanchez has 1 on this pitch mix. Full pitch mix. Last 2 weeks, Churio, Contreras have 2 bombs on this pitch mix. a 10% K rate for Contreras. And then the last 7 days, Jackson Churio has 2 bombs on his pitch mix in the last 7 days. Those bombs come off of the sweeper. Very interesting. And then if I was to take the pitch mixes down here, see these guys ain't striking out much. If I was to take the pitch mix down here and take a look at it the last 7 days, then that's how they look like that, right? New people starting to pop up. You know what I'm saying? So pitch misses can, mean a lot in this situation. The bats. I mean, we just talked about a decent amount of bats there that looked good versus on the Milwaukee side. We've seen Yelich has been hitting as of late, hitting the ball hard. Churio looked good versus that sinker, the top pitch. Terrain was looking good. Contreras was looking good. Bowers and all these guys look good at times. We got an over under 8 in the spot. It opened up on no, that was Philly. Philly opened up at 8.5 yesterday. It's still at 8.5 right now. I don't know though, right? I just feel like then you got Milwaukee at a -120. And the way MLB works, bro, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. If I seen a little bit more convincingly on the St. Louis side, I would look at St. Louis over. But then, look, I don't look into bullpens, and that's the big thing. That's the big thing. If I'm looking at first 5, I'm taking Milwaukee. If I'm looking at first 5 with the starting pitchers in there, Milwaukee. So, long story short, this is what I was saying, right? I think a lot of people probably could have agreed with me. If you look at the first 5 and just say, hey, I like Milwaukee first 5, to alleviate the bullpens. Because when the bullpen, if you don't research the bullpens, how do you know what's going to happen in that 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th inning, or the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning? You got some pitchers that are going to go 6, but some of these got pitchers going to go 5, right? Then you got the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th inning. You have for the overs and totals and shit. You got to look at the bullpens, man. That's where you losing at. The starting pitcher does not pitch the whole game. That's where a lot of people losing at when they take these full games. You gotta know about I don't know enough about the bullpens, but I don't have interest in betting on full games. If I'm researching the starting pitcher, more than likely the first 5 innings, money lines and shit work in my favor, right? Now I can look at the first 5 inning money lines. I can look at the first 5 team totals, shit like that. Because I'm only researching for the starting pitcher, the starting pitchers. I'm not researching the bullpens, and that's if you start nailing down the bullpens. If you bet money line, size, totals, and spreads, you start nailing down the bullpens. Then, oh my God. Then you got it. You on your shit when you're doing that. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough interest either. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Arizona, San Diego, not one of my favorite games. I did not look at the San Diego side. I'll take a look at the San Diego side right now. And I don't even know what to think about these 2 pitchers, man. Straight up. I ain't even gonna lie. I do not even know what to think. Hold up, man. I gotta. Machado been hitting bombs. I know that. I need to send a Venmo real quick. 1 second. All right. All right. What's he throwing He's doing a bunch of shit. Sinker, sweeper. Damn, he's doing a lot of pitches. I'll look at that sinker real quick. Tatis 300 on that sinker. Machado 3 bombs. Machado been hitting bombs. The thing right here was interesting. His top pitch is the sinker, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nobody's striking out on that sinker. I mean, I'm just saying. A lot of batters like that sinker, but they don't hit it for a lot of power. Tatis, last 2 weeks, does have a bomb on it. Whoop-de-doo, right? I'm going to go to the last 3 weeks and put the full pitches in there. Machado been going, right? I can't talk you off, that. Machado been going as of late. Tatis been hitting the ball hard as hell as of late. Tatis been hitting the ball hard as hell all season. I do see some strikeouts in there. You know what I'm saying? I do see some strikeouts in there, and that's very interesting. If I take the pitch mix down and just look in general, Tatis is 8 for 23 in the last 7 days versus righties with 4 extra base hits, 1 home run. There is some strikeouts in there, right? Brandon Pfaadt. Damn, I'm scared to take strikeouts for his ass. If you got interest in Machado bomb or something like that, I mean, I guess. But, for me, he has been hitting bombs as of late, though. I ain't going to say for me, but he has been hitting bombs as of late. 1 home run there, 1 right there, 1 right there, 1 right there, 1 right there. I guess that's the last 2 weeks. So good for him, right? And like I said, Machado, Tatis have been hitting the ball hard, but I haven't been betting on these guys. I ain't gonna lie, I have not been betting on these boys, straight up. Flip it to the lefties real quick, and I'll just go through it. That's where Brandon Pfaadt is pushing his worst for. He's giving up 7 bombs to lefties. If you probably might want to target somebody like Gavin Sheets, we'll see what he's throwing. Fastball 30% of the time. That's his top pitch. He's giving up bombs on pretty much all his pitches. So, if you want me to single out that fastball, I will. Fastball, bang. Merrill got 3 bombs on it. Last 3 weeks versus that fastball, Sheets 2 bombs, 1 bomb for Merrill, 1 for Sun. Last 2 weeks, 2 bombs for Gavin Sheets. Last seven days, Merrill, Sheets, and Sung got a bomb on that fastball. So if they're lucky enough to catch it, then okay, whatever, right? Last month, full pitch mix. Sheets, 3 bombs, 1 and 1 for Merrill and Song. Last 2 weeks, full pitch mix. Sheets 2. Sheets not striking out much, and Song's not. Jackson Merrill finding ways to strike out. Last 7 days versus righties in general, Jackson Merrill has 2 bombs. Will strike out. Cronenworth will strike out. Each one of these lefties in the last 7 days have a bomb or better off the righties, right? So it is what it is right there. San Diego, Arizona. This game here, it has an underfield to it. Over under 8.5 here. I don't know which way I want to go with it. But uh, but who I have written down. I looked at this. Who I have written down is let me see. I have Cattell hits to a bomb, Arenado for a hit, Marino for a hit, and I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really going too far off in that situation. And I think there's instances where Walker Buehler can pitch good here. You can look at Walker Buehler's pitching outs and or his strikeouts, but I would look at his pitching outs. If I was to look at anything, this team don't strike out much. And he's been pretty good, man. I mean, earned runs. He gave up 9 versus the Cubs, probably in their weather. But prior to that, 1 run, 5 innings, 1 run, 5 innings, 1 run, 5 innings, 1 run, 4 innings, 1 run, 6 innings, 1 run, 5 innings, 2 runs, 5 innings, 3 runs, 5 innings, 2 runs, 6 innings, 2 runs. This guy's been good. Except for that one blow up in that weather probably in Chicago. Other than that, he's been good. So I definitely want to take a look at his pitching outs or whatever, they have, in store for him. What is this? Who's he pitched? San Diego? Flip the script there. Walker Buehler, strikeouts sitting at 3.5. Damn, I would have to lean towards the over. But like I said, these boys don't strike out. They don't strike out much. It's a teensy lean. Teensy lean. Hey, you know what I'm saying? They're not giving you no 3.5 line like that in against a team that's striking out. So they striking out just a little bit, right? The pitching outs, 15 and that half, man. They throwing that 0.5 up there. But at the end of the day, I probably won't mind it. I mean, it'll be a straight bet. He would have to go out there and pitch good. But if this was 14 and a half, 5 innings, I was on it. We'll see, though. I just feel like he can pitch okay in this spot, okay? He's been pitching good, though. Y'all see that? San Francisco, Toronto, right? Now, San Francisco's coming from Coors back home in that big-ass ballpark, right? So that's the only thing that gets on me, right? Now we know they just got finished hitting in a great ballpark like Coors and stuff like that, so their numbers gonna be kind of inflated. But guys like Devers, prior to that, guys like Devers had been hitting, right? Had been hitting. You know what I'm saying? Had been hitting. Now this is a pitcher's ballpark. What up, J Mac? This is a pitcher's ballpark, right? And Gosman, the leash he's got is good, right? The leash he's got is good. He's got a good leash. He can give up hits, he can give up runs, and he'll still be out there, right? Now, the Cubs, they took him out on that one. They took him out. But he was getting hit. Texas was hitting him. They left him in there. You know what I'm saying? They left him in there, right? So, I still think he gets to his pitching outs. It's probably going to be a parlay piece. If it's 17 and a half, I done made my mind up. I will use it as a parlay piece. And most likely it is 17 and a half, probably juiced up. Minus 130. If I could get a number like that, I'm playing it, and they can crack me, whatever the case may be, right? Or if it's a parlay piece, I play it as a parlay piece. You know what I'm saying? I do think, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And what I'm saying, he's their rock, and I've seen them get hit, and they just leave him out there. They leave him out there. He getting his pitches, bro. He getting his pitches. Since April, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every game except for 5, he's gotten to his pitching outs. So, I mean, And then the strikeouts is a different ball game, right? So it is what it is with that situation. But that's how I'm looking at it. Now, from the pitch mix, like I said, they is coming out by the course. They do look like they can hit him. And they are green. And they have been hitting in course. But Devers has been hitting at home too at some times, at some points at times. And then San Francisco can be weird sometimes, bro. San Francisco can be weird, man. They can be weird. They can go back to not hitting, right? So Gosman don't throw that many pitches. As you can see, Reyes, he doesn't even have a 1% strikeout rate on the season. It's like 0.888 or some shit, right? Holy loves that fastball. You can take a look at him and you can see he's 28 for 78 on that fastball, right? He's going to throw that fastball 55% of the time, okay? See? He's giving up 3 bombs, a little barrel, and da-da-da-da. You know, but he's got a sinker too, right? A splitter that he's going to throw 44% of the time. If he's got that splitter working, it's going to be a long night for the batters sometimes, right? So, you know what I'm saying? He's got that splitter working. So we know they can hit that fastball. We know that. He's throwing a splitter 44% of the time. Let's get that up there. So, Devers got a bomb off that splitter. Holy is 4 for 8. Holy likes that fastball too. That puts him in play. Reyes can just flat out hit. Gilbert's 2 for 5. Whatever, right? You can flip it over to the fastball alone if you want. I can do it for you. The fastball, who doesn't like a fastball, right? Devers got 8 bombs on that fastball. Eldridge, 4 bombs on that fastball. What you want to do is you want to flip it to the home switch. See how these batters do at home versus that fastball. Devers, 6 of those 8 bombs come at home. So, you know, he will strike the fuck out too, though, at the end of the day. But he's hitting that fastball pretty hard. Bryce Eldridge, 3 of those 5 bombs come at home, right? On that fastball. He's got an 82 hard hit and a 40 fly ball and a 4% K rate on that fastball, right? Gosman, he's giving up 6 bombs to lefties on the road. Of those 6, he's giving up 2, okay? So, you know, I'll take the home switch down and then put the rest of the pictures in there and just, you know, probably like bring it down to the last 3 weeks. How about the last 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? You can also hit the home switch. You know, they was just at cores. Devers, last 3 weeks versus pitch mix at home, 3 for 6, 2 bombs, whatever the case may be. He's still been cooking, right? he still had been cooking. Last 7 days here, they haven't been at home. I mean, they haven't been at home. Let me take that down. Last 7 days versus righties. Reyes, I don't know how he went hitless yesterday, but that was crazy. Devers, 2 bombs, 3 hits, 2 bombs, 75 fly ball. That's on this pitch mix, right? That's all on this pitch mix. Then if I take the pitches down, then you just look at in general, last 7 days, Devers got 4 bombs. Hence, we've been cashing in because we seen him getting hot already. He been getting hot. Reyes, you know, looking good. A lot of these guys not striking out, looking pretty good, right? I can flip it over to the righties real quick, where you're gonna get. I mean, I could talk about these bats here, boy, till I'm blue in the face, boy. But they can still go up there and sail, man, because this is what San Francisco do, man. I just hopefully this shit ain't fugazi like that, because I mean there's some strikeouts there on the full season. You can see he's throwing that fastball heavy. We know Willie Adames likes that fastball. He's got 7 bombs on that. To righties, he's giving up 3 bombs on his fastball, his splitter, and his slider. The one he's throwing the worst is probably that. Well, he's getting tacked on both of these, fastball and the slider. But at the end of the day, I'll move it in. Last 3 weeks, what you've been doing for me lately. And Barracoto, 3 bombs. Definitely want to know if Barracoto is going to be in the lineup. Adamas, 2 bombs last 3 weeks, last 7 days. Barracoto, Casey Smith, a bomb, right? Off this full pitch mix. And if I was to take it down, just the righties in general, then Ramos, Barracoto. Ramos got 2 bombs in the last 7 days. Of course, they was in Coors, but that wasn't on this pitch mix. Let me see what he then did. He's still hitting, and he's gonna be back to leading off. I really would like to take San Francisco today. I really would like to take San Francisco today, but I'm scared, man. I'm scared. They green coming out of course. I don't really take that into consideration. You know what I'm saying? Because you can hit really good in there. I don't really take that into consideration, but man, have they been green. Let me hit the home switch on these lefties real quick. Home. I'm on these righties. How about the last 3 weeks at home? Barracoto hit 2 of those bombs at home. Barracoto. And those bombs come off of the fastball and the slider. I want to see if he's going to be in the lineup. Well, I mean, if I'm looking at Devers for sure. Out of all that green I just seen, I'm looking at Devers for sure, and I'm really thinking like, okay, Casey Smith can be a guy that can take him yard. Devers, Smith, Ramos. I'm looking at those guys, but I'm scared to bet them, man. I'm scared to bet them. I ain't gonna stunt. On the other, and then in the event that they don't hit well, then of course Kevin Gausman, he get into his pitching outs. If they don't, of course, I mean that's what's gonna have to happen. They got not hit well, so he can get to his pitching outs. You know what I'm saying? I've had success betting his pitching outs, and I'm really close to betting his shit. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm scared. Landon Root on the other side, and I don't have a lot of interest in these guys here. I ain't even gonna lie. I did have Vladdy and Clement up there in my notes for hits. Have Vladdy and Clement in my notes for hits. Clement's batting almost 300 on his pitch mix. Vladdy's batting 366 full season. A 5% K rate for Vladdy. A 1.5% K rate for Clement. So they're clearly in play for at least some hits, right? I mean, but I can't. I don't. I'm going off the pitch mix. I don't see shit else. I don't. Truth be told, like I said, there's Vladdy again. Last 3 weeks, Vladdy. If you want to just look at the late recency, it would be Vladdy. You know what I'm saying? For hits or something like that. But that's all I can really see. No fly ball, no pull air, a little bit of strikeouts last 7 days, barrels, all that shit. But no, nothing else. Those 2 extra base hits. I mean, what you want me to say? And then the righties. I mean, the lefties. I mean, I guess it would be Toronto, San Francisco or nothing for me, because I'm flipping through these lefties, and I flipped through them yesterday. I tried to make something, some one-off bombs probably. I mean, Varsho, what I'm saying, he's the only one that kind of looked like a candidate for me, but I don't want nothing to do with them, man. I guess it might be San Francisco or nothing for me. I don't know what you guys think, but at the end of the day, what's the line? San Francisco, Toronto slight favorites, 7.5 over under. All that green, and you would look at a 7.5 under over. These motherfuckers, they better than me, right? These line makers, they better than me. They smarter than me, way smarter than me. All that's telling me is they finna come home into this big ass ballpark and they not finna hit. That's what all that's telling me. What the line's telling me, they finna come home in this big ass ballpark and not hit. So, Colorado, and the Dodgers 9.5 over under, and I think, shit, I think they finna come in here and hit. Everybody thinks that. All the researchers think that. If you're researching bats, you thinking right now that Colorado finna come in this motherfucker and hit, knock the Dodgers around, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what you're thinking. I know this, right? Especially so. Lauer, he's been, it's been good as of late. Okay, as of late. One earned run, two, 3, 0, 3. Bomb, no bomb, bomb, 2 bombs, bomb, 3 bombs, bomb. Sound like a damn song, bomb. But at the end of the day, yeah. Few of these bats look good. He's giving up 5. Now, one thing you can do for Eric Lauer here is when you see how went the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. That last 7 games right here is when he started with the Dodgers. He got traded or whatever. You can go back and look and see what he's done with the pitch arsenal, right? So, full season, 50%, 52% fastball, 28%, 24% slider, and then 20% cutter, right? Okay, fastball, slider, cutter. Then I go back to the last 7 weeks, cutter, fastball, slider. Last 5 weeks, cutter, slider, fastball. Last 4 weeks, cutter, slider, fastball, 3 weeks. Cutter, slider, fastball, 2 weeks. Slider, fastball, cutter. The same 3, but he, slider, cutter, curveball. Same 3, but the fastball went from 52% fastball, slider, cutter to about, to the bottom of the barrel. That's the cutter being the top pitch. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And if you like, you can leave it right there. You know what I'm saying? And then go look at the pictures again. I can click his name. Boom. It's gonna change a little bit probably. No, it's not gonna change because one of the pictures didn't drop out. But at the end of the day, you can change the way you research it. Like you full season, you would be looking at a fastball as a top pitch, right? But then you come back to the last 4 or 5 weeks, the cutter had come out to be a top pitch. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm gonna look at it right here, it's gonna say fastball 52%, cutter at the bottom, right? But then if I flip them down here, to the last 6 weeks, now the cutter's the top pitch. So now I might wanna, you know what I'm saying? Now I might wanna, you know what I'm saying? Take a look at the cutter now. Like, okay, is this how he fix things? Is this how he fix things as a pitcher? So, I mean, just a lot to look at. It's a lot to look at, a lot of things, because you got a sample size now. You can start breaking them off into quarters, which is going to take more time. You know what I'm saying? More time. But the bats that I had written down here was Goodman, McCarthy, Goodman, and I think I had McCarthy and Carroll's as saying, like, I think they're in form, right? So, yeah, it's looking that way, right? So, like, last 2 weeks, McCarthy looks like he's in form, right? Like, 14% K rate on his pitch mix, 28 barrel, 2 bombs. That pretty much looks like in form to me, right? Remember, they leaving Colorado too, right? So it is what it is with that. On the righties, I like Goodman any way, shape, form, or fashion. Okay, any shape, form, or fashion, I still like him. right? So looking at Goodman, so when I'm looking at Goodman, I immediately looked because these guys play in cores. So he's got 7 extra base hits, 4 bombs on his pitch mix. Then I hit the road switch. All 4 of those bombs come on the road. Now it's a bunch of strikeouts here on the full season, as you can see, but at the end of the day, it only takes one swing of the bat. And shout out to Goodman because he's been coming through. You know what I'm saying? He's been coming through. Lauer giving up 13 bombs to righties. At home, of those 13 bombs, he's given up 8. Okay. I did, like I said, you can look at the pitch mix to see if anything changed. Fastball, changeup, cutter, curveball, right? Let's go back to the last 5 weeks. Fastball, changeup, cutter, curveball. Pretty much the same thing for the righties. He just switched up a little bit on the lefties. Changeup, fastball, cutter, curveball. She changed the top 2 pitches just the last 2 weeks, you know. And then you can see how he's been doing. Since he's been with them, the Dodgers, about the last 7 weeks, this is how he's been looking since he's been to the Dodgers. You know, the fastball been looking good. You know what I'm saying? You know, shit like that. I can go back to the last 8 weeks, you know. So, but then I go to full season, you know, that it is right there, right? So since he's been with the Dodgers, he's given up like 1 home run on that fastball, right? Little things that you could, you know, take, little tidbits that you could take with you. But I still don't mind Goodman. Straight up. So I'll bring it in. Last 7 days here. Goodman, 1 for 2 versus lefties. Carrick has a bomb. Carros, 3 for 4 on his pitch mix last 2 weeks. Goodman has a bomb it's a lot of strikeouts though. A lot of strikeouts. I'll go back to the last 7 days, take out the pitch mix here, just versus lefties in general. Carros, last 2 weeks, Carros, Goodman, 2 bombs versus lefties, 77 hard hit. So, truth be told, you know, if I'm looking for a bomb, probably the only guy I'm probably going to be betting would be Goodman. I ain't going to lie. How many bombs does he? I didn't look to see how many bombs he had on that fastball. 3 of them come on that fastball. So that's going to put me up there, right? It's going to put me up there in the rankings for Goodman there, right? Left on left for the Dodgers. I think I came to grips with Freddie in this situation. Just looking at lately, Freddie, 6 for 18. Last 2 weeks, Freddie 5 for 14. A couple of these guys are green for sure. They always green. Last 7 days, Freddie has a bomb. Ohtani has a bomb on the lefty. Rushing is, you know, pretty, you know, he'll strike out, but he got pretty good barrel there, along with Muncy, pretty good barrel there. He's been striking out. Then I take the pitch mix down and just, you know, just look at it, you know, just lefties in general. It was hard to pick one. It's hard, right? Hard for me to pick one. But Freddie looked like somebody, you know, that I probably would like out of these guys. And Freeland, left on left, has been pretty good. He can get hit, but he's only given up 1 bomb for lefty. So I got to applaud him. Even pitching in cores, he's only given up 1 bomb to lefties. So I wonder if he can, you know, translate some of that on the road. I don't know. On the road versus lefties, that 1 bomb that Freeland did give up came on the road. So it is what it is with that situation. You know, overall hitter, I'm looking at Freddie. You know what I'm saying? Even if I took him for his HRRs 2 or 3, as an overall hitter, that's why I'm looking at Freddie. And on the righties get a bump, if you ask me. Okay, this is where he pitched his worst at. 15 bombs to righties. On the road, of those 15 bombs, 8 of them come on the road. Okay. Yeah, as a righty, of those, yeah, of those, 8 of, what was it, 13, 14? 8 of them come on the road. 15, 8 of them come on the road. So, what is he throwing to the righties here? Um, the fastball. It's a matter of time before somebody like Teoscar heat up, or Pajes or Edmonds and shit like that. Um, Only one slip far was short. So talk say only one slip so far was Schwarber and Bobby Witt. Okay, bet. I have Schwarber on my list. I did not put Bobby Witt on my list. I did not put him on my list. I don't know why people got him. People might have him up there because of history, probably. I don't fully go off that. I don't know if that's what it is, but I'll take a quick look right here because I keep hearing people say Bobby, right? It might be because of history. I don't know. Or what the fuck was I don't know. I don't know why a lot of people got Bobby up there, but I'll go back and see. As far as a bomb, I can't talk you off of it though. Um, Straight bets Philly one minus 1.5. Houston money line plus money. Um, okay, you went off his Woba. Okay, I would if I'm taking him. First of all, I don't know. I don't think I'm barking up that tree. that I don't think I'm barking up that I don't think I'm barking up that even though he pitching his worst on the road, I just can't do it. I can't do it. Even though he pitching his worst on the road, you know, I still probably ain't gonna do it though. If I would, it would be his 3 HRRs. Give me a little bit of more flexibility. Because going up against him, you should get a number for those three HRRs. You know what I'm saying? But back to where I was. Corbin Carroll, a good look. I still like Marte. I'm gonna have to just wait. I'm waiting on Corbin. I got Moreno, Marte, and uh and uh Arenado written down only for hits though. And Marte hits up to a bomb. Um mm, hmm. What's the weather? How about that? What's the weather? 69 degrees. I'm not gonna squeeze nothing out of today that I don't see. Let me take the pitch mixes down real quick, just see how they're looking versus lefties in general. Last 7 days. Edmonds 4 for 8 with a bomb on the lefty the last 7 days. Pajes has a bomb on the lefty the last 7 days with fly ball and pull. Um, Rojas has a bomb on the lefty. Rojas is interesting today, 9% K rate. Mookie Betts hadn't struck out. And then Teoscar Hernandez has a bomb on the lefty within the last 7 days. It's just the pitch mix where they're not looking too sexy on. Hit the last 2 weeks, they're looking pretty good again. So if you just want to let's go off that theory, like that righty lefty theory, and these righties do look good last 7 days and stuff like that. You couple that with the fact with a couple guys like Freddie and Muncy and those guys, then of course you could probably get to that team total and things of that nature. I would look for them to put some righties in there, and hopefully these righties can keep it moving. The signs, all signs point towards the righties. You know what I'm saying? All signs point towards the righties. I just, it's hard for me to take his. It's hard for me to A lot of these guys don't look the greatest off the pitch mix, but when you take the pitch mix down, like right here, they start looking good, right? No K percentage for no K rate, no not striking out Pajes, Mookie, Rojas. You know what I'm saying? You get Hernandez, and Hernandez historically hits lefties. He was a lefty killer for them. And then, like I say, Edmonds and shit like that. So I guess, right? So, that's sometimes how you got to look at it too. Like I said, sometimes I just don't see shit. I don't see it with the naked eye, and they go, but I'm not an expert. But it is what it is, though, right? And that concludes the slate. I do want to run back here. There are a couple of those righties here for Kansas City, since this game is getting ready to come on. A couple of those righties, Salvies and shit like that, but I know I like Schwarber. Home run. I'm going to take him for a home run and a walk. We know Christopher Sanchez is pushing his worst on the road. Bobby Witt, barrel rate, full season looks dead, but he only got one bomb on his pitch mix. Not too much worried about that. He's a professional baseball hitter, so it is what it is. Salvi, I know Salvi was looking good too. He's throwing that changeup 51% of the time. He's deadly with that. He's deadly with that changeup. I could put that changeup. He's throwing a changeup 51% of the time. I could put it up there by itself. Lance Thomas 7 for 17. Bobby Witt was 5 for 20 with 3 extra base hits and a bomb. Barrel rates and everything, and a 9% K rate on it. Looking good. Last month, Salvi got 2 extra base hits on that. Bobby Witt 0 for 6. Still hitting it hard. Pause. Oh, shit. That's just the sinker. What was that? The changeup or whatever it was, changeup alone. So it is what it is, right? If I put the full pitch mix in there the last 2 weeks, then Bobby Witt, 0 for 8, 10% K rate. It is what it is. Last 7 days, full pitch mix. They ain't looking so hot, but it is what it is. Anything can happen. I could take down the pitches here and just go straight lefties versus lefties in general. Bobby, last 7 days, nobody has more than over 2 hits. Last 2 weeks for the righties, that is. Few hits for, Bobby 1 for 12, but he has been hitting the ball pretty hard. And, it is what it is. When I was looking at, versus left-hand pitching, checking out their WRC Plus and shit like that, it just wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, too sexy to me, right? Kansas City Royals 92 full season, WRC Plus. 30 days, last 14 days. Kansas City Royals, 23% K rate, 66 WRC Plus, 23% K rate, 200 plate appearances, and then the last 7 days versus lefties. Kansas City Royals, 88 plate appearances, 30% K rate, 28 WRC Plus. They just gonna have to come out here and surprise me, but they don't look like shit. You know what I'm saying? From the righties, or to the or to the whatever you want to call it. Right now, Christopher Sanchez, he has been showing the ability to get hit here and there. Just gave a 4 to Milwaukee, 5 to Washington. But if we looking at the numbers, you know what I'm saying? All that shit points towards like man, it kind of like points towards him pitching good. You know what I'm saying? So. We know how good he is. 6.5 strikeouts seems kind of weird to me, but they're giving us the benefit of the doubt from the last few games. He just ain't been, gaming like that, right? But we knew Pittsburgh was a spot, right? You want to target Pittsburgh versus lefties. Now, we looking at Kansas City, and after what we just seen, I'm probably thinking, hey, Kansas City is the spot, right? We want to target, this guy versus Kansas City. So at the end of the day, his strikeouts got to be a lean. His pitching outs, I've taken at 19 and a half before. Do I want to go now? No, I don't. Maybe I might take them both, his pitching outs and his strikeouts. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I might take them both and just see what they do. If he hit one, right? More than often, guys like sometimes, especially the heavy strikeout guys, they get to their strikeouts before they get to their outs. If they get hit around, I don't know though. I don't know. So I might take a stab at it though. I was looking on Prospects. It still was at a 6.5 on Prospects. His strikeouts might do something over there. Take a look at some walks and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. So what's going to happen here? I'm going to go through this rundown, and we're going to get up out of here, right? We're going to get up out of here. I'm not trying to force nothing. I will be looking into this. I will be in the next. It's 11:39 for me right now. By the time I get to work, situated, I got to be at work at 3? I get situated by 4:30 p.m. today. I'll be going through tomorrow's slate. I'll be going through tomorrow's slate before the main games even come on. That way, I'm gonna have to just take notes, and then that way, when I come home, I'm gonna try to jump on here at like 12 or 1 a.m. and do a recording. That's why it's gonna be important. I feel like it's gonna be important for folks to number one, I'm finna stop, like I said, stop streaming on YouTube and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is with that situation. I'll stop streaming on Facebook because they get on my nerves. Every day I wake up, they notify me we finna delete this live. How am I supposed to make money? So maybe I'll just upload it over there and not stream over there. Upload it over there, but then the folks can't interact. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? Let me see. Let me put this up because I think I'm gonna clip this. So let me make it a little big right here. Okay, I think that's cool. Okay, so right now, so Philly here, it would be Philly for me, and not the mainline parlays, run line straights. I like Schwarber. Hits all the way up to a bomb. His walk, bump to the lefties. Noah Cameron has lefty splits. I can't split. I need to change my. I can't do that because on this program I got the clip set for 60 seconds. My other program, I have a 5-minute clip. I can clip it for 5 minutes, so I can't clip this one. All right, so like I said, it's gonna be Philly or nothing for me. Moneyline parlays, run line straights. Cameron, he's got lefty splits, so you can look at Schwarber, Harper, Marsh, and those boys because he is pitching. He don't pitch good versus lefties. And I'm looking at the walk for Schwarber. A walk all the way up to a bomb. I'm playing this walk and his bomb. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm probably finna play the run line, the strikeouts, and I'm finna try to go ahead and just try to hit him, right? Walk, run line, walk, run line, strikeouts, pitching outs, walk for Schwarber, 3 HRs, probably the bomb. Or maybe just a bomb and a walk. And watch he don't do neither one, but he hit the 3 HRs because I'm not going to play it. Either way it go, let's go. This game does have an underfield to it. There's instances where I can see instances where Griffin Jackson can get to his strikeouts. I was looking at Griffin Jackson and his strikeouts, he ain't throwing that many pitches and he's getting to 5 or 6 innings. I don't understand how he's doing that. He's got a decent ground ball rate to lefties or righties. I forget which one it was. New York Yankees, they ain't been doing shit. You could look at his pitching outs. You could look at his strikeouts, man. But I'm skeptical about that 5.5. 4.5, I'll go. I would have went. I should have looked last night. I didn't know that. I should have looked last night. Caminero, I took his walk yesterday. He cashed it. Plus money. You get a plus 200 walk on Fanatics. And you could look at his bomb. I'll probably bet the bomb and the walk. Orlando looked pretty good too. Simpson, you could look at him for for stolen base if you think he can get on. Looked like he can get on. Cam Schlittler, though, he's got that shit. I don't know if he's going to pitch around Caminero. If you're going to test him, then you get over 300 for a home run. Okay? I don't know if you're going to test him, though. The home run candidates for me would be Rice and Caminero, but I'm probably not betting Rice. If this game can go, I was looking at Cam Smith and Alvarez. Paredes and Walker went yesterday. There goes Lamont Wade. I might have to go back and check out Lamont Wade, but Cam Smith looked pretty good. Now Diaz, Walker, and Paredes waking up, right? Got Miles McCollum on the mound here, and it is what it is. On the flip side, Burrow's pitching his worst versus lefties. Garcia's been on one. He's in play. Wood, he's in play. I've been looking at Ruiz. He's going to go sooner or later. And I ain't going to lie. Abrams, if this game, it's weather implications here. If it goes, I can probably see instances where this game could go over. Okay. Ozzie, I like Ozzie. Hits all the way up to a bomb. Okay. Afraid he's going to throw that fastball. Don't know what his strikeouts is. He has the ability to get there, but he's shown the ability to get hit and walk. I don't know what's up with Freddie. Soto hits to a bomb. Bichette hits. Lindor has been hitting the fastball very hard, along with Alvarez has been hitting the fastball very hard. Harris, if I'm looking for a bomb, I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say, if I had to rank these guys, it would be Albies, Olsen, Harris. Dustin May hasn't been in a great form. Churio, Terrain, Contreras, Sanchez, Mitchell. These guys been looking good versus pitch mix. Yelich had been hitting the ball pretty hard as of late. Go through his timeline, walk through his timeline. Look at that hard hit and shit like that. He just went the other day. Okay. Weatherholt is probably my favorite bat here. It's who I think, who can get the hit. Walker, as of late, hadn't been looking that good. He hasn't hit a home run off the lefties in the last 3 weeks. Before pitch mix, full season, he looked good, but it kind of faded off. Velasquez got that power, right? If he catch drone the wrong way, it's gone. I'm telling you that right now. It's gone. Nathan Church, last 7 days, got 3 home runs, 2 home runs off lefties in the last 7 days. 2 home runs off lefties, right? So look and see if those guys going to be in a lineup and figure it out from there. Like I said, it's very hard for me to, decipher this for the Milwaukee side. I'm thinking Milwaukee. Shit. I like Milwaukee. Shit. I was thinking over, but I'm trying to figure out, do I think St. Louis can put up some runs? Drone hasn't given up a bomb to lefties. I don't know. Maybe a Milwaukee team total then. I don't know. I'm very undecided. Because like I said, Dustin May last 2 starts has been bad. And if he's going to keep being bad, then if you think he's going to keep being bad, then of course Milwaukee team total should be in play. But if you think he can go out there and pitch good, I don't know if he can go out there and pitch good. I don't know. I'm going to just leave it at that. This game has an underfield to it. To me, this Arizona game, Walker Buehler, he's been pitching good. I think he can go out there and hit his pitching outs. I forgot what his strikeouts was. But I don't target Arizona for strikeouts. Okay. But I do think, you know what I'm saying, he can go out there and pitch good if he can keep them, keep the ball on the ground. Only person I'm pretty much worried about is Marte for a bomb. Marino for hits and Arenado for hits. That's on my list. And Marte hits all the way up to a bomb. Tatis, he's just been hitting the ball very hard all season and, on the ground. Machado has been hitting bombs as of late. Sheets, Merrill, Song, all of them got a bomb off that fastball that Fott will be throwing in the last 7 days. I don't think I want anything to do with these Blue Jays bats. If I'm looking for a hit, it probably would be Vladdy, Clement. San Francisco's still green from a week ago, right? They just green as hell, right? Big ballpark. I ain't gonna lie. They green. It scares me because I really want to take San Francisco. It scares me though. They scare me in this ballpark. 7.5 over under with all that green as of late coming out of cores. If I'm looking for a bomb, I'm looking at Devers. I'm not even looking at bombs from the Toronto side. I don't like this ballpark. If I had to rank them bombs, it would be Devers, Eldridge, but I'll stick with Devers because he was warmed up before he went to cores. Man, it looks like it just looked like San Francisco was about to kick their butts. I ain't finna stunt. Goodman hits to a bomb. I'll be looking at the righties. I couldn't talk you off the righties here because Freeland's pitching his worst to righties. But Freeman, if I'm looking at a lefty, if this was the lineup right here, I would probably be taking Freeman HRRs in there. Or maybe Mookie. If this was the lineup, maybe Mookie 2.5. I don't know. I don't know. I like the righties the most, but of the lefties, I do think Freeman was probably be the best overall hitter of those lefties pertaining to right now. But the righties bump to the righties for how bad he's giving up 15 bombs to the righties. Freeland has pitched good versus lefties. McCarthy is interesting and Karros is interesting, but if I'm taking a bomb, I'm taking Goodman. I ain't finna stunt. With that being said, if I'm doing a bomb lay, then how about I look at I guess I will look at Goodman, man. How about I put Goodman in there? Damn, his shit is only plus 213. Wow. Plus 213. Devers plus 410. Goodman, Devers. I mean, from this game, it would either be Marte or Machado. Sneaky play here would be Church and Velasquez 600. Velasquez and Church would be sneaky plays for bombs. Weatherholtz plus 770. He just hasn't given up a bomb to lefties all season. Soto. My top two from here would be Soto and Ozzy at plus 517. The numbers. We know who's all chalk and shit like that. You're getting 310 for Caminero, 300s. Fuck. 245 for Schwarber. Yikes. I would go. I do like Schwarber today, though, man. Let's go Schwarber. Let's go Caminero. You'll get 528 for Cam Smith. And they content 379 for Garcia right now. Devers is a plus 14. I don't know how I want to go. Straight up, I don't. I think I like Junior Caminero over Schwarber for that price. But I might just end up putting them in the chalky joint, man. You got Uridons. How about some of the other guys, man? Some of the other guys? Let's go Ozzy, because I like Ozzy. And the plus 500, I like that. I'm gonna have to round robin this. Ozzy, Boy, you get 1,100 for church. You get man, Devers is a good bet at 400 in that form. I don't care right now. Ozzy Devers. I mean, that's a good number. You can look at Edmund. You can look at Pajes. That's the matchup, right? Teoscar. You only giving 300 for Teoscar and Pajes. I'm gonna stay right there. A 2-leg. I'm gonna stay right there. A 2-leg. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna stay right there. Run that 2-leg. So yeah, I'm gonna stay right there. Let's see. Two-leg parlay includes Ozzy, Albies, and Devers. 2-leg home run parlay. It is what it is. Take what you like, leave what you don't. All right. Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna give y'all them plays for this first game that I was doing. Uh, I might have to do that on DraftKings. No, actually, nope. I'm gonna run them straight. All right. 2-leg lay, 2-leg lay. Y'all see it. 2-leg lay. We went through what we went through. I'm about to get up out of here. See you guys tomorrow. Shorter video tomorrow for sure. But catch you guys tomorrow, man. Catch you guys tomorrow.